welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton. And today we are going to talk about a new dock in Phoebus, and that is, because it's Phoebus, an occasion for a day-long party and celebration. My guests are Dave McCauley from Parks and Rec and Chandler Clark from Signature Canvas and the Partnership for a New Phoebus. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good to be here.
Isn't this fun? I'm going to start with Dave to tell us about the city investment in the new pier, and then, we'll move to Chandler for why Phoebus is going to have this wonderful extended celebration.
Sure. So the Phoebus pier, or the Dinghy dock, whatever you want to call it, was probably referred to as both. But we began construction on that in June of 18, and it ended or largely complete by November of 18. And then most recently we just added, and that included the dock, which is 178 feet in length. It consists of 96 foot of fixed pier, and then a 22-foot gateway, or gangway, or gateway, if you will, and then 8 foot by 60 foot floating dock. So it's a magnificent pier. It's a little park, it's a pocket park, and it has 13 parking spaces there. And recently, we just added the lights back there as well. So the park is ready to go. We have the signs up. It's treated like any other park. It's open sunrise to sunset. But Hampton is 136 square miles, of which 85 square miles are water. So it's another way to activate the waterway, and so we're doing that. It allows boaters. The idea is basically that it allows boaters in the deeper water to get on their dinghy and navigate towards, come underneath Muggler Bridge and then tie up to the dinghy and then come to downtown Phoebus and enjoy a reinvigorated and transforming Phoebus. So it's really kind of an exciting time.
Yeah, I want to get to the boater part later, but for residents, like, you and me, there's still a benefit because I can take my little kayak, throw it on the top of my car, and launch from there, right?
Right. So in addition to the boaters, what could get to us from the dinghy, it does, yes, small craft, kayaks, even a small canoe or whatever, you could take it down there, and it is open to the public, again, from sunrise to sunset.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a nice place, if you're dining in Phoebus, to be able to take a walk, to view. Right. It's just kind of a nice amenity where you can see the water from there. I mean, it's gorgeous.
It is a beautiful park. It really is.
And I know the sunset thing, but in the summer after dinner, it can be before sunset sometimes. Right. Or after you've enjoyed some sly slides, you might want to walk around a little bit before you drive home.
We're going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
So it's just generally that.
You don't want people launching. Right. Okay. Well, so Chandler, I'm going to ask you to speak for the boating community here, because I don't understand all the numbers Dave just tossed out. But this did come as an outgrowth from the partnership, and the idea was to make Phoebus more accessible to out-of-town boaters, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's we're really excited to have this as addition to what some of the other things that are going on in Phoebus. But the idea is there's approximately 12,000 boats that go north and south each year on the ICW.
Okay, you got to explain what that is. Some of us don't understand.
Intracoastal waterway. So, and a very small portion currently stop in Hampton, although that's been growing as the city council and the city has been recognizing the advantages to this, running some events like the Snowbird Rendezvous downtown. So this gives a lot of people come and anchor right outside Fort Monroe. Aside from the history attraction, this allows people to come ashore. Typically, they don't have access. They don't have a vehicle, so they're going to be able to walk now, which they couldn't do before. It's access. It's about the only supermarket within miles from a boating perspective that they can walk to, but they can come into Phoebus and experience.
Oh, because that's so close to that food land right there.
Yeah, and plus the restaurants that are opening, and then the walk around shopping that's happening. It's pretty exciting, and Hampton has a really natural deep harbor that has access to the Chesapeake Bay, the Atlantic Ocean. A lot of those boats come down outside of the eastern shore, and then you come in, and we're a great point of stopping before continuing south.
Yeah, it's a great idea because, there's the dock downtown, and so people can tie up there because that's a bigger pier. Of course, there's a fee, but you can do that. You can get out. There's marina at Fort Monroe, but you have to be a member there. I don't know if they have day slips or not. But a lot of boaters, as you say, just sort of anchor and expect to be able to come aboard. This is perfect.
It's perfect for all those, right?
If they're transiting, just stopping for a night, it's a great way to do it rather than going to a marina and tie up and come into town and enjoy our amenities.
So it really will be a wonderful boost for, especially the restaurants there, I would think, because they're so distinctive. Fuller's just opened. I mean, there's so much to do and eat and experience there. I could just spend days eating my way
Right,
through
the retail and the new restaurants, like you said, all the way from Mellen Street, discontinuing down on to Fort Monroe. It's really picked up, and the Partnership for New Phoebus has done a wonderful job again of reinvigorating the town, and they're excited. It's a great group of people, and that's why they're going to have fun with the ribbon cutting and dock party. Like you said, it's going to be a half-day event.
Well, and so even though it's ready now and it's technically open, we, the city, are waiting to have the ribbon cutting until it's warmer weather and a little more likely to be used, because it's hard to celebrate, and we're taping this in February,
Right.
a dock. So tell us about the ribbon cutting and the party.
I'll go first.
Okay.
You add to because you got the party part.
Sure.
The city's doing the state. And,
Everybody has a strong suit.
So up front, we're doing, it's on March 23rd, which is a Saturday. We're starting at 12 o'clock. We're going to do the ribbon cutting, and the ribbon cutting is going to be, the mayor will be there, the city manager will be there, the Partnership for New Phoebus will be there, so we'll do the ribbon cutting. The mayor will do that. We'll have some remarks, and then they're going to go right to the dock party. And it's going to be a lot of activities, games, food. I think you're going to have some radio personalities there, including yourself, or TV. We're going to, I think, anyway, the 92.9.
Dick Lamb and
Chandler
92.1.
There you go.
Yeah,
right.
the wave.
Yeah, so he's going to be there. So it's going to be a fun afternoon. And Chandler was telling me about the burning of the socks tradition in history, and I'll let him.
Yeah.
talk
What is
about
this?
that.
Burning of the socks? I don't get this.
So back in the 70s, in the northern Chesapeake Bay, a tradition started that's since expanded across the country and even the world, where on the spring equinox, boaters get together and burn their winter socks, kind of a defiance of winter and looking forward to the boating summer. So we're pairing it with this. It is right around the spring solstice, so the timing is perfect. And it's going to be a great event. We're really excited. We're going to have music, food trucks, a beer tent, some displays. It's going to be a really exciting event. We have a representative for the sock burning ceremony. We have a representative from Hampton Yacht Club coming and doing a little ceremony and the Ode to Socks, which is a traditional poem that's said.
Seriously, this is a hoot.
It's going to be really entertaining, and everybody's welcome, not just boaters. Everybody's welcome to come out and experience it. Bring an extra pair of socks, and additionally, we'll be donating. The Salvation Army will be there, so we'll be donating. Bring an extra pair of socks to donate.
That is a great idea. So we're not just celebrating, we are also contributing and giving back to the community.
Exactly.
So I also forgot to make sure you told people where this dinghy dock is located.
So it's 35 Water Street.
But really,
Right.
it's
And
at
it's
the
right-
end
so-
of Mellen Street, pretty much.
It's at the end of Mellen Street, right before Mugler Bridge, and it's right down the street from St. Mary's Star of the Sea School.
And people have probably driven by. I mean, if you go to, well, I guess a lot of people use the Mercury Bridge, but if you ever use the Mugler or the Mellen Street Bridge to go to
It's
Fort
right
Monroe,
there.
you've
It's right.
seen it. You
right.
can't
It's off-
miss it.
Correct, exactly.
But it does have some limited parking, so if people are coming for a festival, they'll need to use some side streets and some on-street parking and some of the public lots,
Exactly,
probably. Because
right.
I assume you're expecting a crowd. This will be fun.
We are, and I think there's going to be plenty of parking. They're shutting down the road, so parking
Which
shouldn't
road?
be in it.
Are they shutting down Mellen?
They're going to close the Mugler
Water.
Bridge and stop it at Wilbur Avenue.
Oh, okay.
So there should be plenty of parking.
And what time? on March the 23rd.
So 23rd, it starts at 12 o'clock. We'll start with I'll do the welcome, and probably the city manager will speak, and I don't know if the Partnership for New Phoebus may have someone speak, and then the mayor will bring it all in and then go right to the ribbon cutting. So that's that's what we're thinking of.
Okay.
And
And then how long does the party go after the ceremonies?
It goes to 5 p.m., but again, they got a lot of activities planned, so it's going to be a fun.
Right. There's going to be things going on throughout. There's things for the kids. It's a full-on family affair, and it's going to go till 5 o'clock. So right after the ceremonial ribbon cutting, it'll go right into the sock burning. But that will continue out throughout the afternoon, so you can do it at any point.
So the event goes from 12 to 5.
Cool. And this is like bonus fun, because you guys still have your spring fling coming up too, right? This is not going to cut into the Phoebus party schedule at all.
Not at all. In fact, there's a lot going on in Phoebus, and it's good to add this to it.
Absolutely. Very exciting. Is there anything you guys want to add that I've forgotten to ask about?
No, I would just the Partnership for New Phoebus, that Chandler and that board is really doing a great job. They're exciting. This is an example of the fun and the energy they bring to Phoebus and everything they do. So we were talking to them and said, hey, what are you thinking about for the ribbon cutting? And they, instead of just doing the ribbon cutting and saying that's it, they made it a party. So or a festival, if you will. And so that's what they do. And so it's a welcoming, fun town. And I was going to say this, that Phoebus considers itself the gateway to Fort Monroe. So now with this pier, with the Phoebus Pier, the boaters' gateway to downtown Phoebus, so that they can enjoy the retail and the beautiful, again, it's reinvigorated and transforming, and it's going to be a great place to visit.
Absolutely, it always is. Now, you just called Phoebus a town. You are buying into the myth that Phoebus is still independent from Hampton. They're a part of Hampton.
No,
they're just a fabulous neighborhood.
They're like fabulous neighborhood within a great city of Hampton.
But they are so distinctive. There's no question that Phoebus has its own characteristic and vibe that is a little bit different than the rest of the city.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you both so much.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I hope you do appreciate Phoebus's unique vibe and the way a solemn ribbon cutting can turn into a 5-hour party. And I hope you'll be there. Bring a spare pair of socks to donate, contribute to the community, and enjoy the dock, at least the view, and also the additional boater traffic and retail and economic activity and tax dollars that we hope it will bring to our city. Thanks for watching.